An update to a News for Jax I-TEAM investigation that's years in the making. A Jacksonville nonprofit and a developer plan to buy and renovate two troubled apartment complexes on the east side. The I-TEAM first exposed them back in 2021 for unsanitary and unsafe conditions. The Eastside Terrace and Eastside Gardens apartments are privately owned, but many residents get free or reduced rent from HUD. Both complexes are about a mile north of TIAA Bank Field and the sports complex. I-TEAM investigator Vic Micolucci says there's a multi-million-dollar deal in the works.
We have spent a lot of time at the Eastside Terrace and Gardens apartments over the past several years. We've seen the bad conditions, trash, rodents, mold, just to name a few of the problems. Now, a local nonprofit and a developer have plans to buy the complex and overhaul it. And the current owner, who's been called a slumlord, explains why he did not keep up with the maintenance. Let's see what we've got. When we first visited the property in 2021, we found some residents in nearly unlivable conditions. Trash piling up, rats running in and out of the tall grass on the city right-of-way. Inside, there were problems with roaches and mold. Miriam Patton has lived here on and off since the 1970s, starting when she was just 10 years old. She's seen a lot of ups and downs. What kind of changes have you seen over the years?
We've had people that come in and say they want to redo these apartments and fix them. They come in for a while, and next thing we know, they're gone somewhere else. Somebody else is looking at them.
She is cautiously optimistic about a change that could be coming. The nonprofit Lift Jax and a private developer have plans to buy the troubled complexes and renovate them from top to bottom. The purchase price is $6.2 million, and they hope to finalize the sale in August.
We've been focused on these for 2 to 3 years in terms of the unsanitary living conditions, the lack of safety, the poor property management.
Lift Jax president David Garfunkel says it's part of a bigger plan to revitalize the neighborhood with education, infrastructure, and jobs. His group already built a new playground across the street and right now is redoing the historic Deb's store. It'll be a grocery store with fresh produce and meats. What happens to the residents? Where do they go when their unit is being renovated?
In the event that we need to do a significant rehab to a unit that a current resident is in, what we'll do first is fix up another unit and move that family into that unit while we repair their unit.
American Housing Enterprises has owned the sister properties for 2 decades. Senator Marco Rubio took aim at the company as we were reporting on the problems in 2021, telling the I-TEAM the owner was a, quote, slumlord. Andrew Podre calls that defamation.
I lost millions in this endeavor because part of the setup that comes from painting me as a slumlord, if you will, in this particular case, is, remember, one of the terms of our settlement is that I would have to sell quickly.
The I-TEAM reported the federal government fined Podre's company $600,000 for the violations. He agreed to a settlement with HUD to sell the properties for a much smaller fine. And he won't own a HUD complex for at least 2 years. He claims the federal agency did not provide him with enough money to keep up with the aging buildings. He showed us his records documenting a loss of more than $540,000 last year. That is, mind you, with the mortgage paid off.
We hear this a lot. Oh, look at that slumlord. They're just raking in the big bucks. They're not putting any money back into the complex.
You can only absorb so many 1% increases per year, while real inflation is ticking along at 4 or 5%, or more recently, even higher. And so over time, no, you start to lose money.
The contract is now in the hands of federal officials with HUD. They will make the decision to approve or deny this deal. If there is an approval, both the seller and the buyer tell me they're ready to make it official. I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
We reached out to Senator Marco Rubio and HUD officials for comment on this story. We'll let you know when we hear back from them.